Sirens cut through the night as the patrol car skidded to a stop, tires screaming, red and blue lights washing over the quiet suburban street, and Detective Marcus Hale was already out of the door before the engine fully died. Neighbors stood frozen behind curtains. One woman hugged herself. Another whispered, "Oh my God," into her phone. Marcus felt it immediately, that tightening in his chest that came before the bad ones. The officer on scene muttered, "It's inside," and Marcus nodded, walking fast, coat flapping, boots heavy against the pavement, knowing this call had teeth. The front door was open, not forced, just open enough to feel intentional. Detective Lena Brooks joined him, eyes sharp, jaw tight. "No signs of struggle outside," she said. Marcus replied, "That's what worries me." Inside, the house was too quiet. No television, no ticking clock, no hum of appliances, just silence pressing against their ears. A rookie stepped in behind them and whispered, "Sir?" Marcus lifted a hand. "Not yet." The smell hit next. Cleaners. Too much of it. Lena murmured, "Someone tried to erase something." They moved room to room, slow, controlled, calling out, voices echoing back unanswered. The living room was neat. Couch aligned, family photos straight. Marcus stopped at one picture, a smiling couple, arms around each other. "That's our victim," Lena said softly. "Name's Daniel Carter." The rookie asked, "Where's the blood?" Marcus didn't answer. He was already walking down the hall, drawn by something he couldn't name yet, something pulling at him like gravity. The bedroom door was closed. Marcus reached for the handle and paused. "You feel that?" he asked. Lena nodded. "Yeah." He pushed the door open. The room was dim, curtains half drawn, moonlight cutting across the floor. Daniel Carter lay in the center, positioned carefully, hands folded on his chest, eyes open. No weapon in sight, no obvious wounds, just stillness. The rookie gasped. "Jesus," Marcus said quietly. "Step back." Lena's voice cracked despite herself. "This wasn't fast." They circled the body without speaking. Then Marcus noticed it. A chair pulled close, facing the bed, placed perfectly straight. He swallowed. "Someone sat here," he said. Lena crouched, inspecting the carpet. "For a long time," the rookie whispered. "Why would someone do that?" No one answered him. The silence grew heavier, pressing down until it felt physical. Marcus felt his throat tighten. He'd seen murders driven by rage. This wasn't one of them. A uniformed officer leaned into the doorway. "Detectives, there's something else." They followed him to the bathroom. The mirror was wiped clean except for one corner, where a single fingerprint remained, deliberately untouched. Below it, written faintly, almost lovingly, were 3 words. "I watched him." Lena exhaled sharply. The rookie turned away and retched. Marcus closed his eyes for half a second. When he opened them, the room felt colder. Back in the bedroom, the forensic tech began documenting, snapping photos, narrating under her breath. No defensive wounds, no forced entry, time of death estimated between 10 and midnight. Marcus interrupted. "What about cause?" She hesitated. "That's the thing. We're not sure yet." Lena looked at Marcus, unease flickering across her face. "This doesn't feel like murder," she said. "It feels like a performance." As the hours passed, the house filled with low voices and flashing cameras, but the core of the room remained untouched, almost sacred. A senior captain arrived, took one look, and said nothing. He simply removed his hat and sat down. That was the moment everyone noticed. The talking stopped. Radios went quiet. Even the forensics team slowed. One officer whispered, "Why's he sitting?" Marcus answered without looking, "Because he understands." They pulled phone records, security logs, neighbors' statements. Nothing lined up. No arguments reported, no threats. Daniel Carter was described as kind, routine, forgettable. People like that don't end up like this, Lena muttered. Marcus replied, unless someone wanted them to. When the medical examiner returned, her voice was subdued. Cause of death was suffocation, she said. Slow, deliberate. The rookie whispered, someone watched him die. Marcus said, yes, and they wanted us to know. Before dawn, Marcus stepped outside for air. The sky was lightening. His phone buzzed with notifications, news alerts already forming. He turned back toward the house and paused. If this is hitting you, he said to the officers nearby, stay with us. Subscribe, because cases like this don't end here. Lena raised an eyebrow. Already asking for followers? He gave a thin smile. People need to see this through. Back inside, Marcus noticed something new. The clock on the nightstand had stopped at 11:17. Not broken. Stopped. He pointed. Why would someone do that? Lena stared. To mark a moment, Marcus nodded slowly. Or to send a message. He felt it settle in his gut. This case wasn't about Daniel Carter anymore. It was about whoever wanted to be seen without being caught. And as the sun rose, the detectives stood around the body, saying nothing at all. Marcus didn't sleep that morning. He sat at his desk, staring at the crime scene photos, the chair, the clock, the words on the mirror replaying in his head like a voice that refused to stop talking. Lena paced behind him, coffee untouched. Who cleans a house after suffocating someone? She asked. Marcus replied, someone who wants control. The captain stepped in quietly. Press is circling. We need something. Marcus didn't look up. We have a message, he said. We just don't know who it's for yet. They brought in Daniel Carter's wife, Emily, just after noon. She looked smaller than her photos, hands shaking, eyes red but dry, the kind of crying that had already burned itself out. Lena spoke gently. Tell us about your night. Emily swallowed. I was working late. I came home and the door was open. Her voice cracked. I thought he was asleep. Marcus asked, anyone else have a key? She hesitated. Just us. And his brother, Aaron. The name landed heavy. Lena exchanged a glance with Marcus. Why hesitate? Emily whispered. Because they didn't talk anymore. Aaron Carter arrived an hour later, defensive, arms crossed, eyes hard. You think I did this? He snapped. Marcus kept his voice level. We think someone sat and watched your brother die. Aaron laughed once, sharp and hollow. Daniel always needed an audience. Lena leaned forward. Where were you last night? Aaron replied instantly. Home. Alone. Marcus slid a photo across the table, the chair by the bed. Aaron's jaw tightened. That's sick, he muttered. Marcus said quietly. It's also intimate. Forensics confirmed the fingerprint on the mirror didn't belong to Emily or Aaron. Phones revealed Daniel had received a call at 10:58 p.m. Unknown number, duration 19 minutes. That puts the clock close, Lena said. Marcus nodded. Who talks for 19 minutes while someone suffocates? The tech answered softly. Someone who wants to be remembered. Marcus felt a chill. Or someone who's done this before. The break came from a neighbor 2 houses down. An older man, nervous, wringing his hands. I saw someone sitting in a car, he said. Engine off. Just watching the house. Lena asked, male or female? The man shook his head. Couldn't tell. They were smiling. Silence followed. Marcus leaned back, exhaled slowly. Smiling at what? The man whispered. At the window. The bedroom window. They ran traffic cams and found the car. Registered to a woman named Clara Wells. No record. No priors. She lived alone. When they knocked, she answered immediately, calm, composed, almost relieved. I knew you'd come, she said. Lena stiffened. Why? Clara smiled faintly. Because he stopped breathing. The room seemed to tilt. Marcus said, You're under arrest. She didn't resist. In the interrogation room, Clara sat straight, hands folded exactly like Daniel's had been. Marcus noticed it instantly. Why mirror him? He asked. She tilted her head. Because you noticed. Lena felt anger rise. You killed him, Clara corrected her. I ended him. Marcus asked, Why watch? Clara's eyes flickered. Because no one watched me. The room went quiet again. She spoke of years ago, of a night no one believed, of Daniel passing her on a staircase, stopping, blocking her path. Her voice never shook. He smiled, she said, just like I did. Lena slammed her palm on the table. That doesn't give you the right. Clara leaned forward. It gave me certainty. Marcus felt the weight of it press down on him. This wasn't chaos, it was conviction. When she described sitting in the chair, timing his breaths, stopping the clock, the rookie outside the room turned away, tears streaking his face. Lena's voice broke. You wanted us to feel it. Clara nodded. And now you do. Marcus ended the interview. As she was led away, she looked back once. You'll remember him now, she said. Won't you? The case closed fast. Media called it justice. The department called it resolution. But the house stayed quiet. Marcus returned once, standing in the bedroom, staring at the empty space where the chair had been. Lena joined him. Why did this one silence everyone? She asked. Marcus answered, Because it asked us to sit too. Outside, the street was alive again. Kids rode bikes. A dog barked. Life moved on. But Marcus knew some rooms never let you leave. He turned toward the camera, voice low, steady. If this story stayed with you, don't look away. Subscribe, because these are the cases that don't end when the arrest is made. He paused, letting it breathe. And if you think you would have seen the signs sooner, comment below. Would you have gone silent too? The house was sold months later. The clock was replaced. The mirror was changed. But somewhere the moment remained frozen at 11:17, waiting for the next person to notice.